Hello, and welcome to the Stoughton High news segment surrounding Bills defensive back Damar Hamlin's life-threatening injury. On Monday, January 2nd, about 9 minutes into the game between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals, Damar Hamlin engaged in a tackle in which he brought down Cincinnati Bengals receiver T. Higgins. At first, this appeared as a normal tackle, but shortly after Hamlin stood up, he collapsed to the turf. Immediately, trainers and medical professionals were with him, but what the people watching on TV did not realize was that they were performing CPR on Hamlin. As a fan of the game, it was clear that something severe had occurred when players were seen crying, praying, and in shock of what was happening. The game was suspended and later canceled. Next, we have Sean Farley, who is with Miss Barrett, Stoughton High School nurse. He will be asking her questions about the medical parts of an injury like this.
Today I'm here with Stoughton High nurse, Mrs. Barrett, and today I'm going to be asking her some questions on Damar Hamlin. The first question we have is there a difference between cardiac arrest and a heart attack?
Okay, well, after you said you wanted to talk about him, I did some research on it because I didn't pay much attention to it at first. But the difference with the cardiac arrest that he had is like a sudden stop of the heart, where a heart attack could progress to a cardiac arrest. He just had the whole thing happen at one time, as opposed to a heart attack, which could progressively, it's a the blood vessels get constricted and can lead to a cardiac arrest. But he had the whole shebang right from the beginning, which was pretty scary to watch.
And the second question we have is there anything that you do to remain calm and focused if events like this occur?
I mean, it is hard at times like that, and if you're not the right person for that, then know to step away. But I would say that taking a CPR class at any age, they're available, that can help you to train you for something like that, to help a friend in a situation, would be the best thing to help you remain calm, because you got to think of that person at that time. Okay?
Thank you, and that concludes our interview.
Coming up, we have Tim with Coach Evans to discuss what it is like seeing an injury like this from a coach's lens.
Hi, I'm Timmy Chung. I'm here with Stoughton football coach, Mr. Evans. How are you doing? I'm good, Tim. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Great. So from a coach's point of view, when you saw Damar Hamlin's injury, what were your initial thoughts? Yeah, so certainly the first thought, anytime anyone gets hurt in any situation, that's the worst kind of imaginable scenario. So our goal is always to, preventable injuries, definitely prevent them. Yeah. But seeing something on the field, the football aspect comes out of it. And I was certainly immediately just really worried about his well-being, his life. Seeing that was definitely a moment that, I think shook everyone up. And kind of removing the coaching aspect from it. The human aspect was kind of my first thought. So, is there any way you work with the training staff to help prevent injuries or coordinate it? So certainly, having a strong strength and conditioning program, doing injury prevention, doing lifts in season, doing exercises in season, is the best way kind of physically to prepare yourself to not be put in a situation that could be potentially, worse or so. But again, that's not really this case. And then we have a great training staff here. It's an awesome resource for us. So making sure that we're staying in constant communication. As coaches and as a non-medical professional, I never offer any sort of medical advice. So really it's a checks and balances thing between us making sure that we're communicating with the training staff and also making sure the training staff feels like they can communicate with us. Are coaches CPR trained for situations like that? Coaches are certainly CPR trained, and it's not just a situation like the one that we saw play out on Monday Night Football a few weeks ago. But yes, 100%. And any coaches who aren't going in season, so like this fall during camp, all the coaches had an opportunity to get CPR certified here in school. Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you, Mr. Evans. You're very welcome, Tim.
For our last interview, we have Caden Beater, a Stoughton High senior and a captain of the football team. We will talk to him about how injuries relate to what he has seen on the football field.
I'm here with Stoughton High football captain Caden Beater, and today I'm going to be asking him some questions about the Damar Hamlin injury. First question we have is, did seeing this occur change your thoughts on playing the game of football?
When I saw it, I was shocked. I was just watching the game like any other game, and all of a sudden went to a commercial break, and it was just game-changing. Personally, my football career is over, but if I was still playing, I would definitely be worried for sure.
And the second question we have is, when you prepare for games, how do you prepare for games to keep yourself healthy and mentally focused?
When I prepare for games, I just listen to music loud as I can, whatever music I'm feeling that day, and usually I'm ready to run through a wall. So injury's not really on my mind.
And that concludes our interview with Caden. Thank you.
The Sunday following Damar Hamlin's injury, the Buffalo Bills defeated the New England Patriots 35-23. On the opening kickoff, Buffalo's Nyheim Hines took the ball 96 yards for a touchdown. Damar Hamlin's charity was originally set for a goal of $2,500, but it is now past $8.5 million, and he has now been discharged from the hospital and is now back in Buffalo.